I'm jumping out of my skin, excited, because the Substack Notes Kickstarter Bootcamp is gonna open its doors again. We start September 8th together with alumni Gail and Sarah, who are absolutely rocking it on Notes. And to celebrate, I'm kicking off a mini Substack Notes series right here on the channel. So in today's video, we're talking about one of the biggest questions writers keep asking me. Christina, what's the difference between a follower and a subscriber? And do followers even mean anything on Substack? Because let's be honest, the follower metric on most platforms feels dead. On Instagram, Twitter, on TikTok, even Medium, followers don't mean much anymore. So when Substack introduced following on Notes, a lot of writers rolled their eyes and said, great, more useless followers. I don't want followers, I want subscribers. But following on Substack actually matters. I was talking with Linda LeBron, Substack's lead, about this in an interview, and I'm gonna show you here my YouTube page. This was the interview, how to start and grow your newsletter with Substack Notes, Linda LeBron, Substack lead, which I loved. I love talking with her, and she said it's like kind of dating. And here's how Substack themselves put it. We're gonna check this out. Following helps writers grow their audience via the Substack network, which is already home to millions of the world's most valuable readers. We know it definitely is more than 5 million people. We built this feature to help maximize and not replace subscriptions, which will always be the most important type of relationship on Substack. And to explain why that's true, let's look at it through the dating lens, as Linda LeBron suggested in our interview. So I'd say, let's say the stage number 1 is followers, the flirt stage, meaning that followers are the flirts. So when someone hits follow on Substack, they are saying, I like your vibe, I'm curious, but I'm not ready to give you my number just yet. And here's why that matters. Inside the Notes Kickstarter Bootcamp, which I'm co-hosting with Gail and Sarah, we show you why it's worth building followers, because followers are the start of your funnel. What happens when someone follows you? They see you and your notes in their home feeds, which I really, really love. Let's go here on my home feed. They can keep tabs on what you're publishing, you're reading, what you're liking, what you're restacking, you're sharing. And some of them quietly read everything you write until one day they finally step forward and subscribe. For instance, I shared this one. Most readers on Substack don't comment, they don't restack my notes, but they read every word I write. And one day, because of me, they'll improve their life, so I'll keep writing. So often what's going to happen is people discover me on Notes. I've never ever heard of them. Maybe I saw that they started following me, whatever. And at some point, they're going to become a paid subscriber. They're telling me, hey, Christina, I've been following you now for whatever, like 12 months or so. I know you already like from YouTube. I have the feeling we are like best friends or so because I can watch your YouTube tutorials and so on. And this is like the moment when they step out and they say, hey, I'm going to now subscribe. So following isn't useless at all. This is like my message here. It's the first step into the relationship, and it's all about building relationships on Substack, similar to when you're writing on Medium, where it's also with this blogging platform about this relational aspect and building relationships to be seen. Then we have the, let's say, step 2, the free subscribers. This is like the coffee date. So free subscribers are when things get official. This is the coffee date stage. They've given you their email, which means your posts land in their inbox and in the app. And they are saying, okay, let's see where this goes. This is not a lifelong commitment, but definitely more than just scrolling by and just following you. And every free subscriber automatically also follows you. This is very important to know. So every subscriber, let's say you have 100 subscribers, so you're also gonna have 100 followers. They are in your notes feed and in the inbox then. So if you, for instance, check out my follower count, this is about 26,000 people who are following me, and I have about 15,000 people who are subscribed to my online writing club. So let's say then step 3 is the paid subscribers, so the real relationship. And there, with the paid subscribers, this is like the commitment stage. So they are saying, I'm all in, here's my heart, here's my credit card, and yes, you can have my Netflix password too to watch, for instance, The Summer I Turned Pretty, which hopefully next week, there's gonna drop like the last episode, and like, wow, I definitely have to watch this. I haven't read the book yet, but I'm gonna do this, of course, later then, but I first had to like watch like the last episode. So they're not just reading your work, they are funding it. They are in the relationship with you long term. And then we have step 4. This is like the why followers aren't useless explanation. A lot of writers really don't get it. I hear it all the time. Followers are useless. I don't need followers. I need subscribers. Christina, I have whatever, like thousands of followers, but I only have like 100 subscribers. There you can see the gap between the people who are just like following you and the people who actually say, okay, I'm definitely gonna subscribe to you. But here's the truth. Without followers, a lot of people would simply vanish. Think about it. How many times have you read something, loved it, but weren't ready to subscribe? We live in a subscription fatigued world, let's call it like this. Normally, these people would just, and you would just like disappear. But somehow, through this follower metric, you can now see, okay, apparently there was something on Substack Notes, for instance, that struck a chord and people actually found something interesting. Maybe this can be with Gail, for instance, the co-host of the bootcamp. This can be, I'm 69 and I'm now starting my ageless rebellion. Or this can be Sarah, who lost her mom to cancer. She's a medical doctor and now she's sharing her truth with the world to help people. So with following, you don't disappear. You stick around in the writers network. You see them again, you get to know them, and when the time is right, you gonna subscribe. So when we gonna go one more time through my notes feed, for instance, people that are gonna say, oh, Christina, apparently she had a photo shoot, or she's here interviewed by Axel, or whatever. I'm gonna share here with you restacking, for instance, also comparing this to writing to pomegranates on a tree in Italy. So first nothing is gonna happen, and then boom, suddenly it's gonna be like a game changer for you, and you have this fruit in your hand. And so people can, for instance, see I'm connected with Karen Salmonson. She sold like 2 million books. She's a best-selling author. Or they could say, for instance, that I'm connected with Patricia. She's actually rocking it on Substack Notes. She got one with 90,000 likes. And she's doing everything like videos and so on. She's an alumni. She's a tribe member, which is amazing. 86, amazing. And that's why I tell everyone in the bootcamp with Gail and Sarah, followers are definitely not dead weight. They are the start of the funnel. They are your chance to build relationships. And this is like, let's say the funnel. We have like the followers, we have the free subscribers, and then we have the paid subscribers. And of course, it doesn't end with the paid subscribers, because for me, it's always, going beyond, similar to when I was writing on Medium. It's always going beyond. It's not just the read time or the people, the reads now on Medium. It's more than this. And similar, it is also with the paid subscription model. So the paid subscription model also, it is not the end all be all. It's also more about, for instance, if someone who started then to trust me, to like me via Substack Notes, then says, for instance, oh, cool, Christina, I'd love to have a strategy session with you where we can talk about how to market my words, how to market my writing, how to be seen, hype myself as an indie author, for instance. So I'd say let's go like in a little FAQ here, what I hear often from the tribe members. And number one, I hear like all the time, what can followers actually do? What can followers actually do? Well, when someone follows you, they can definitely see your notes and activity in their home feed. I showed you this here, so this would be like the home feed then. In this case, it's my home feed. But let's say, for instance, I would then see that Pierre, for instance, shared this one, and then I could restack this. I could share this, for instance. You can also discover what you're reading, liking, publishing, and subscribing to. You can sync your contacts to find friends on Substack. And you can follow each other and explore new writers. And you can invite friends to join Substack. The most important thing is really that following is not the same as subscribing. It's simply the getting to know you phase. And then there is another question I get all the time. Who can see my followers? Is there a way to see the followers? Well, on a reader's profile, anyone can see who follows them and who they follow. So this is, for instance, Gail again, and I could then click on her name, and this would be Gail here, and then I could see exactly who follows her and who they follow. If you have a publication, Substack will display a partial list of your subscribers. So this is the subscriber list. So for instance, Karen and Jim, they, via notes, they heard that I'm doing the bootcamp with Gail, and they immediately connected with Gail, and now they are subscribed, or they are now following her, started following her, then became subscribers. And then you can also see the followers, which again would be like the same as the subscribers. And then you can see who Gail is following. For instance, first person here is Sarah Redondo, or I introduced her to Tambet City, or to my friend David, or she's connected with Jerry, or she's connected with Joe Hutton, also someone who I interviewed. So this is what you can see. And yeah, then the other question would be, do I get notified when someone follows me? Yes, you get an email if you want to, and a notification in your activity bell. So for instance, we have this one here from Mommy Chai. When you open your notifications, and this is the surprise waiting for you. Thank you, Christina God. I never expected that. One of the biggest person here on Substack followed me. Of course, you know, is it true or is it not true? I don't know. However, it's of course nice to then see, oh, apparently Christina God is following me, similar to me when Justin Welch started following me. This is something that you can also adjust in notification settings. If you say, Christina, I don't want to see this in my feed, and I don't want to get an email, for instance. Then, do I get my followers' emails? So let's say one day you would say, okay, Substack sucks. Could I then take my followers with me? Unfortunately, similar to all the other platforms like Medium and TikTok, you can't take your followers with you. That's why we're building an email list. That's why we're list builders. So you can't take the followers with you, as they are lighter weight people you're connected with. And they are top of funnel. This would be like the free subscribers. And then we have like these lighter weight connections. Then we have the followers, then we have the free subscribers, and then we would have the paid subscribers here. And again, it's not just about the paid subscriptions or the subscribers in general. It's also more about what else you can offer. Then the question would be, what happens if I create a publication later? So you would start just on Substack Notes, sharing your mini anecdotes, atomic stories, short stories, and so on, so on. If you would start a publication later, because often I recommend this, if someone says, oh, Christina, I'm not so sure about Substack, I want to give it a try, but I'm not sure, then I say, hey, why not start on Substack Notes? Introduce yourself, share some pictures of your family, of your pet, and so on, and for instance, of your drawings, and see where it goes. And then at some point, you're going to say, oh, I love it. Apparently, people love my drawings. And then you're going to start your publication. So this would mean then that you launch your publication. And when you launch it, then Substack automatically notifies your followers so they can become subscribers. So this is a way, you know, to like have a, let's call it like pre-launch runway or so that you're going to say, hey, you know, this is what I'm sharing. These are my mini anecdotes. This is what I'm doing. In the moment, then I'm going to have my publication. You can follow me. And if you want to take this even further, you can join our amazing bootcamp, our Notes Kickstarter Bootcamp. You can join us. It's 4 days flat this time. We have our 4-day notes transformation. It's running from September 8th to September 11, 2025. And in just 4 days, you gain the system and the mindset to take inspire action on notes. And I want to show you how it works. So we're going to have like 3 core trainings. Each session is 90 minutes total. So we have 60 minutes teaching and 30 minutes Q&A. And then we're gonna have, in addition, one superstar guest day, which is gonna feature our Note superstars. This means alumni, tribe members, and friends who will share their insights, wins, and hard-earned lessons, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think many people are coming and joining us exactly for this, because it's always nice to hear from people who have gone before you and are already like dancing in the Notes Club, as I always say. If you say, Christina, I can't join live because the time is a problem, you don't have to worry about this. This is live. However, all replays and chat archives will be available within 6 hours on demand. So if you've ever wondered how to turn followers into subscribers, this is really where you learn how to do it. So if you want, then check it out. You can learn more about my growth on Substack Notes, and with Substack Notes, you can learn about Gail from the Old Black Chronicles, how she grew her Substack to 3,000 subscribers and more, and her, here you can see this, viral Substack posts. And in addition, you also gonna get introduced to Sarah Redondo and her Substack publication with now 27,000 subscribers. She started this year, and this is really, really crazy in winter, and now she has 27,000 readers. This is super crazy. And also, of course, we're gonna have some more wow-worthy testimonials. I have many more already, but I have to, of course, edit them and put them in the video. But you can see some of them here already with Nira, with Gunnar, Patricia, Jerry, Jeanette, and so on, so on. So Flirt, for instance, from the Substack bookstore, our collab partner now. Jaina, for instance, she shared this. I found one from Michelle, and of course, Gail. And I love here, let's say, to end this little mini tutorial here with Gail. She said, my people on Substack are popping up in my feed like popcorn, and I love it. I finally found my home on these internet streets. So I love this, that she says, okay, Substack Notes are like the internet streets, and I also think that these people aren't unicorns. They are real people with a message who finally learned how to be seen on the internet streets. And this is really what this is all about. So hopefully my mini tutorial could help you, so that you now are like educated on what followers means on Substack and what subscribers means, and this little like dating analogy helped you now to become clear on what it means and how amazing it is if someone starts following you, and that this follower metric is definitely not dead. It's something that leads to a wonderful relationship with wonderful people. And similar to Gail, she's now finding her tribe and building her community about this ageless rebellion idea. So definitely check this out, learn more about followers and subscribers. And I would so much love to see you inside the Substack Notes Kickstarter Bootcamp and help you, like kickstart your journey. And even if you think, Christina, I'm already like writing on Substack Notes, what could I learn? There's always something to learn from others, because the idea is always share and learn together. And it's also like let's say a no-brainer because it's low ticket. It's super low ticket. Let me scroll down here. Of course, there are so many information here, but if you like scroll down, you're also gonna see besides that the bootcamp is about like $130 at the moment, an early bird price. You're gonna see that we're gonna have 6 bonuses, and these are really gonna be big bonuses. So you're gonna get started on Substack Notes. You're gonna get the Almost Daily Notes Writer, which I have written together with David McElroy. And then you see you're gonna have for more amazing bonuses, really, really amazing bonuses. So my hubby and I, we are working on something. Then together with someone else, I'm working on something. And you're going to get access to all these amazing bonuses. And again, we have the early bird deal. You can check out what others are offering and what they want you to pay for live trainings and so on. So we're going to go with these 4 days flat. We're going to have many surprises and, of course, also prizes if you show up and if you engage. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity for you to join us. And I would so much love to see you inside. And unfortunately, I didn't share the screen with you. So let me go here one more time. This is Let's Grow Your List, the early bird deal you're going to get right now. Then we have all the bonuses here, the 6 bonuses worth $1,200. And if you go through this here, again, you can learn, get to know Sarah, get to know Gail, learn more about me, my interview with Linda, for instance, and all these amazing people here with Patricia, with Fleur, with Nira, and amazing testimonials from the last boot camps, and also learn about more Sarah Redondo and also Gail's journey, the viral Substack notes they shared, how I make money with Substack. So I was one of the first people who could earn money via Substack, so that I got like a notification that apparently one of my notes made me $112, which was crazy the first time I saw this. And more about my notes journey, and of course the action days, what we're gonna cover, what's included, and also the Substack Superstar guest days. So it would be wonderful to see you inside, and you're also gonna hear more from me in the Notes mini series. See ya!